4 emergency exits indicated with the word exit or sortie.